morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We are here to do our Lovers in Separation main reading. We're going to do a full reading here. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the reading for today. Spirit, what is the energies for love in separation for today? Okay, Spirit is saying friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Right? And so, with that, one of the things that's very big within relationships, it's about friendship, right? Friendship is the basis for all real relationships because if it's just physical, then there's no real uh, foundation to build upon that love. You need to be vulnerable. You need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to trust each other. And that begins with friendship. So let's see what other energies of love want to present themselves today. I feel like there's some communication blocks. I feel it in my throat chakra that there's some blocks that need to be cleared for communication to happen. So let's see what love energies are going to present themselves in this reading. This is a collective reading, a reading for lovers in separation. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe. The more you interact with the channel, the more these readings will make more sense and resonate with you. So let's see what those energies are. If you're looking for your own personal reading, please do reach out. I will never reach out for you for readings. If somebody does, it's a scam. All right, so we've got a few, and one fell to the floor. So let's see what the one falling to the floor is. And this energy has been around for a little while, and that's the energy of rekindle. So some of you have been feeling that there is something that's ready to kind of come in, and this is what we're kind of seeing in the energies. And this is a twin flame, yin yang. This twin flame reading. This is the number one twin flame card in this deck. Recognition, the divine is guiding you. Divine saying, hey, we're going to guide you to this rekindle. You guys have had past lives together, but you got to find that respect and friendship first, because if you don't, then we might get over to the hamster wheel, and we'll see what's going on within the hamster wheel. We'll get a couple more love energies here. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you are looking for your own personal readings, please do reach out. We will try to get you some good readings. I have a sale that's on till the end of September, and that's rapidly approaching. We're coming on the eclipse season, so there's a lot of energies out there. So let's see what else we have within this reading. Spirit, what else you want to tell us within love? What's going on in this collective in separation? Anything else you want to tell us in this deck, Spirit? Yeah, okay. So this is the second time I see uh, friendship or best friend, friendship, right? This is the second time this has come out in the reading. So this is a confirmation. Um, and Spirit saying this is going to be a lasting love. You're worthy. It's an unexpected connection. And it might be a connection that you friend zoned, right? A lot of you have friend zoned your actual connection. And why did you friend zone them? Because you were in so much trauma. You didn't know who you were. And so that connection didn't make sense. And why didn't it make sense? Even though you guys had such a connection from a friendship perspective, you didn't find the lust in there. And why didn't you find the lust? Because you felt that you didn't want to lose a friend. Well, guess what? When you don't want to lose that friend, that's sometimes telling you that that's something you need to explore a little bit more, because friendship is a much deeper, deeper connection. So with that, let's see what other messages that Spirit wants to give us within this connection, the one that got friend zoned, but might have been the connection you were looking for all the time. And let's take a look here, Spirit. What is the other messages that we're seeing? And I see this a lot where, you know, it's both men and women that do this, that uh, you're so busy focusing on a idea of what you think you want because that's what society tells you you want. You actually bypass all the opportunities that come to you, right? Always going after that bad boy or bad girl that makes no sense, but you still go after it anyway. Why? Because you're in a trauma response, that empath narcissist, right? Distance, the separation you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. And why is it necessary for that relationship to grow? It's necessary because if you had stayed in the same narcissistic slash empathic paradigm, you would have gone into the same thing of the downward spiral, right? Nobody would have been triggered to heal. Love your shadow, accept and work with your flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others, right? And this is something that everybody's got to, come into at this point. This is called healing, right? When we start looking at what it is that is actually triggering, you always bring it back to yourself, right? You always say, what is it in me that's causing me to be so annoyed at this behavior? And then understand why you've been afraid to look at this behavior in yourself. Be present. You will attract love by enjoying life as it is, wherever you are. Be all there, right? Because in order to get that love, there's a lot of things that need to happen. And so you're going to have to find some joy somewhere outside of that external piece. You have to find joy inside yourself. Be honest. Heart to heart conversations are necessary. It's safe for you to talk about your feelings. And that's why you need to have a best friend, right? And I'll put that over here in this side, right? It's why you want that best friend, because you're able to be honest, because you're able to know that that person will respect what you have to say, even if it's not what they want. They're going to hear it anyway, and they're going to listen. Patience. Some things need to be dealt with for this connection to manifest, right? And again, this is another divine timing, being that you need to do some healing. Your person needs to do some healing, and the only thing you can do is heal yourself. You cannot heal anybody else. So you really need to. I'm going to just shift this over a little bit so we have some room here. You really need to kind of work on where you are in your relationship with yourself and start healing your shadows. And as you heal your shadows, you will start to attract the love that you want. Open yourself up to others. This is how you will create new friendships and attract a new love relationship, right? You have to realize that you need to be open. You can't have that boundary so tight that the door is closed, no windows, no handles, just locked wall. Divine timing, right? And Spirit's really pushing it into us today that be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. So Spirit is really pushing us that this is not going to come in very soon. So it may come as a little bit of a wow wow moment for us here because of that. And forgive and release, right? And again, we're back to this forgiving. Um, I saw this in my uh, daily energy read too, the friend zone and forgiving. So these two are ones that Spirit is really pushing forward in this now moment for us to recognize and work with to see what's going on. So let's see what else the cards want to tell us about this connection that is in separation. So Spirit, show me what else is coming up for this connection and separation. And again, remember this is a general collective reading. This may or may not resonate with you. I channel a lot of collective read or collectives, and so and I do this read a lot so that we capture most of the stories that are out there. But many of the are very very similar, right? So the snake, competition, enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulders. And a lot of you have had this happen, right? That there's been a third party. And sometimes that third party is not just another woman. That third party can sometimes be at work. It could be friends, toxic friends. It could be toxic family. There's a lot of reasons why people get into that third party energy. And that third party energy is there to make them realize the error in their ways that they could be choosing a different path, right? Because you can keep on choosing the same path over and over again. Spirit won't care. Spirit just saying, okay, you haven't figured out what it is that you need to recognize to move yourself forward. So we're just going to let you do it, and each time it's going to get louder and louder until, finally you're gonna break. And nobody wants to be in that space of breaking. That's what card readings are sometimes good for. Absolutely, spiritual healing is good for. It tries to help take that curve of learning and squeeze it into a shorter time frame. Some things can't be uh, squoze down, but many things can. And isn't it nice not to have to go through as much pain as you might have to go through, but go through a little bit less because you're more aware, right? And the key is always being aware. Grounding, right? Stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance, right? And that's right here. This is how you get to this stage. And for those of you new to my reads, this is always the potential of, you know, what's the good things that can happen, the things that I want to happen versus what are things that are kind of challenges that are pushing back the timing for what I really want to manifest. And the clock again. Really, Spirit is digging into us today. The clock needing time takes time to heal, progressing, right? So it's something that your person is progressing, your twin flame, right, is progressing, but it's a clock, and you might be on the part of that clock too. So don't always blame the masculine. And remember, masculine's an energy; it's not a gender. So your divine masculine can be a him or a her. Right? Healing heartbreak, toxicity, addiction, abusive relationship, right? And these are all things that need time to heal, but you have to choose to heal. Healing is a choice. It's not automatic. It doesn't come in with the energies. Yeah, we're coming into the gateway of eclipse, and yeah, the gateway is going to huge amount of energies available to us, but we have to choose. If we choose not to, we stay in the wheel of karma. If we choose to start to heal, we may still be in that wheel of karma for a little while, but we're slowly moving our way over to here as the clock ticks, right? In sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. And this could be both of you looking at each other's Facebook page, pictures, etc., wondering, what could have happened? Why did it go this way? What's the issues? And so you might have your person may have a fake account, and maybe you have a fake account. But that's in the karmic cycle because really, the more you focus on yourself, the less you worry about this. And the less you worry about this, the more you get over to here, right? You have to go here in the center. The center is you. As you center on you, because you can only fix you, you cannot fix anybody else. You can't force people to heal. The only thing you can do is work on yourself. And as you work on yourself, your frequency rises and you are able to attract the things that you want in life, not just love. And so, with that, let's see what is blocking the collective that I am channeling today in love. Spirit, give me a couple. And I think I want one more, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit, when I said one more, Spirit really slapped it on me. So we'll see which ones we're going to choose from this. So Spirit saying you feel like it's not worth the risk, but opening your heart is a risk worth taking. So that's a big block because you've got too many boundaries. Body shame. You feel unattractive to others. Work on accepting yourself, flaws and all, right? And a lot of people want to be that perfect person that they tell you on TV that you need to be. But you know what? With the right person, it doesn't matter where your body's sitting at that moment in time because that person knows you from an energetic, a soul, and a friendship level. And so this won't be as much of an issue, right? And if it is a big issue, then it tells you that that person is in a healing. Now, like I say, you just have to look at each situation in its own, but for the most part, stop body shaming yourself. As you become happier, your body will naturally move to its normal space. And what is that normal space? It doesn't mean skinny, doesn't mean fat. It means wherever you're meant to do for your soul path. Stop judging yourself, and as you do, you'll see where you're meant to kind of gel, because the happier you are, the less protection you need on your body, and you will gel to the size that you were meant to do in this journey, right? And then that's all sizes because everybody likes different things. We're all different. We're all different people, and we all have our different likes. Feel unloved. You deserve somebody who can support you emotionally and love you fully, right? And goes back to what we were talking about here with friendship, right? You have to start as a friend because if you don't, then you're just chasing, basically distorted physicality. Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you, right? And this has got to be an equal give and take. Like you can't just be adored and not doing the same for them, right? You have to be balanced in this. Getting crumbs is always bad, but don't give crumbs either. need rescuing, right? Nobody's coming to rescue you. If you're waiting for your knight in shining armor or your princess to come rescue you, well, guess what? That ain't happening. You rescue yourself. You're responsible for yourself. Happiness comes from within, not without. Excuses, right? You have so many reasons that it never works out. Find out reasons that it can work, right? Because you're always blaming the other person for the problems and you're not looking within. Again, you got to stay centered within and staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. My favorite saying that people are sick of hearing me, definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? And this is what we're trying to say is choose a new path. If you keep on going after the same toxic bad boy, bad girl, well, maybe it's time for you to stop doing that toxic and start looking at your friends, the places where you have a connection where you're able to have these intelligent conversations and you're not chasing because you're getting crumbs. And so those are the blocks that Spirit's showing you uh, within this connection. And so be mindful of it. There's a lot of blocks there, a lot of different things. Take the ones that resonate with you, throw the rest behind because they're meant for somebody else. Some are very specific messages for a very specific set of people. So with that, let's see if we can get some advice from our higher self as to, what is it that we can do and what advice, what crumbs of, shall we say, a divine expression can you give us that will help us move our path a little bit easier? What are some of those lessons learned that our future higher self has already learned and gotten past and gotten to that love that we seek? Life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not in it uh, just to win, right? And this just goes back to we're getting more. Spirit is really telling us that this is going to take some time here, right? Because there's a lot of healing that needs to happen for this group. There is a huge amount of healing that you're being pushed to get into, and it's time for you to take that first step. And when you start the path, or when you start, the path appears. So take a step in any direction, right? As Frosty said, put one foot in front of the other, right? And that's what you have to take that step of healing. Spirit is really kind of digging us pretty deep today in that if you do want to start your journey in that healing path, I do have a group healing we did for the 9/9 portal still available via recording. You can just reach out to me for it. It's donation based. And at the same time, I do have a spiritual healing channel. It's called Silver Fox Spiritual, and that's on YouTube. And I have a lot of free healings there, over 500 videos for just about any type of healing situation to get you started. Pick the ones that resonate, listen to them with an open heart. And then let me know in the comments how they made you feel. And at the end of it, if you're looking for your own personal healing, something really deep, you can reach out to me. I do personal light language as well. So with that, let's see what the timing is. So Spirit, we see all the challenges, we see the rewards, so to speak. Can you give us a timing on when we could expect maybe something in the rewards, maybe that rekindle? And Spirit saying patience required again, so we can't make this up. Anything else you want to give us, Spirit? Let's see if one more card. Would you give us a little hint? Okay, and Spirit saying it's not the right time uh, on a holiday, probably around June. So it's looking like for the people that are on here, we're really looking at it being very patient because it's going to be, a little under a year. But you got to start working on yourself because this timing is always fluid. The more you work on yourself, the shorter the time frame can be. The more you ignore, the time frame just gets moved on, and Spirit doesn't really care one way or another. You're not going to get forced into it. You're just going to get experiences that you're not going to like more and more until you decide to choose the path that gets you to what you're trying to manifest, right? And you're creating those paths. Nobody else is doing it. It's not your guides. It's not God. It's not anybody creating that path. You are creating your reality, and your reality is created through either your subconscious, which deals with all the trauma, or your conscious mind, which deals with what you want. And you have to heal your subconscious mind to get to hear the manifestation that you want. And so with that, that is my reading for today. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Please reach out if you're looking for any of your own readings or some light language healing. And with that, have a great day and enjoy your Sunday. Cheers.